Off yet another accusation. The Washington Post reporting new allegations of sexual misconduct against Maine's Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate. We have to give you a warning here today. The descriptions are graphic. According to the Post, Lindsay Fifield, an ex-girlfriend of Platner, says he, quote, repeatedly removed protection without her consent when they were having sex, end quote. His campaign says that's categorically false. Fifield tells CNN she's concerned about Platner holding office. One of Platner's most high-profile backers, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, is urging him to step aside. Maine Democrats accuse Platner of trying to meddle in the replacement process, which he denies. Last night on The Takeout, Senator John Fetterman had strong words for Platner.
What's the appeal? Yeah, just saying a lot of extreme far left kind of things. Anybody can do that. He had no record. He had no actually demonstrated, that he, is actually fit to be in the United States Senate.
He adds that he's taking time to reflect the best path forward. Both sides of the aisle are pointing fingers on who's to blame for supporting him. Take a look.
I would really call Bernie Sanders to apologize for pushing this kind of predator more than anyone. He helped him elect. Even those Pod Save America people that pushed that dirtbag, and they dismissed those things in the New York Times article. Maybe they ought to apologize to the women that clearly they didn't believe or they dismissed that.
But what?
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of The Conservative Libertarian. All right, guys, welcome back to the one, man. Yes, we are back. Look, we all know what's going on. It's the Graham Platner spill. It's the scandal of the century, right? We have to amp it up. As the scandal of the century, man. Which Democrats are facing a lot of scandals. It's actually kind of insane. As much scandals as they say Trump is facing, because he's the president. Democrats, they are facing so many scandals. It's insane. You got fraud happening in Minnesota. You got fraud in California. Nancy Pelosi and I think her husband got into a hit and run. But a police report was filed on his ass. Eric Swalwell getting ousted by the Democrats. You got Democratic incumbents losing to so far left socialist candidates. These communists, they are getting hit from so many angles. It's crazy. As this is going on, we got the cackling hands on The View. Right, we got the birds on The View about to get into it with Marjorie Taylor Greene, which I don't understand why she keeps coming onto the show. They do not like her. I swear they only use her as a tool to just destroy the Republican Party and try to destroy the GOP. That's the only thing she's good for. My whole thing is I feel like she should be trying to create her own thing, right? Try to create your own movement, bro. Why are you so mad at Trump? Why are you trying to get a tit for tat just because he wouldn't fucking endorse you for your what was she running for Senate or something like that in wherever she was at, Georgia, I believe, some shit like that. It's bro, going on The View to try to score political points when you have no political future is insane. It's insane because they don't like you. And we're about to watch this. They're about to have an epic back and forth over just the simplest shit, over these allegations. Simple shit, right? So let's get into it.
No, it's just wrong.
Congresswoman, we were talking before you came out about Graham Platner and the very serious allegation that he sexually assaulted a woman back in 2021, an allegation he denies. More and more prominent Democrats are calling on him to end his campaign. Should he?
I don't know anything about his policies. I just started learning about him yesterday when I saw this blow up. However, I do know what establishment political...
I find that to be so false. I hate when these people come onto this thing and be like, oh, well, I'm not really looking too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's barely crossed my desk. It's bro, shut the fuck up. It didn't just cross your fucking desk. It didn't just cross your timeline feed. He's been in the news since he's been in the race. He had 24/7 media coverage when the Totenkopf, when the tattoo was revealed to be a Totenkopf. What? So you're just now hearing about this guy? Cap. It's cap, bro.
hit jobs look like. And I really wish women, when a woman is raped, it's extremely serious. And I stand behind women that are raped. And I ended my political career on that, by the way.
You did.
And I wish women would come forward. The most important thing a woman can do is come forward and report a rape, not report it years later when someone is running for office. And
you know that does mostly happen in sexual assault because it's very difficult for the victims to come forward.
I have so
one
much,
of the most underreported crimes.
That's also the Epstein file victims were
compassion.
also years later as well.
Not all, no, many of them were early on, which is why it's
Some
so
were,
egregious.
but-
So egregious.
Well, let me-
and none of them have ever gotten justice. But I will say this, you know, Democrat voters in Maine voted for Graham Platner, knowing he had this Nazi tattoo, knowing that he had scandals, not this scandal. So he did.
He had scandals. He had sexual assault scandals. There was already stuff floating in the air that this guy was a sexual deviant. Okay, a sexual pariah. He couldn't keep his hands to himself. That didn't stop them either, but now this one is stopping them. I guess this is the one that broke the camel's back. They were just like, man, yeah, this is just too much now. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? The totem cough wasn't enough.
His primary, and I think the Maine voters should be able to work that out. I really do.
Didn't they do that, though, because they need to get back in power, the Democrats, so that they can deal with this right-wing craziness that's going on?
I don't know. I'm not a Platner supporter. I'm not in Maine.
I'm just saying.
And I think Susan Collins is a horrible senator. So I want to say that for the record as well.
Let me ask you this, because yesterday on X, in a now deleted post, you accused Platner's accuser of doing, quote, rape for politics, end quote, stating that she had consensual sex with him years ago.
No, I didn't accuse. I said women should report rape.
Right,
Because
early
you want
on.
to know why? We want to get these rapists off the street.
Early on in the tweet, and I'll tell you, I'm a former sex crimes prosecutor. As they were trying to,
yeah, but you're
let me finish.
misquoting me. I wish you'd put if you put my deleted tweet.
I think we have
up,
it.
We have it.
Put it up, please.
Oh,
Sorry?
okay.
We'll get it. Okay. Will
Yeah.
Will
they look for it?
But I just want to make sure my words aren't
We'll
twisted
get it.
around.
Can someone bring my phone out to me?
You don't have your phone? Since when do you not have your phone?
Yeah.
Well, what I recall, because I do have the post, but it has now been deleted. You did say that women should report early, and I will tell you, as a former sex crimes prosecutor, women, it is the most underreported crime in our country because women
Tragically.
are not believed, and because it is very
defamed
difficult.
often.
They're defamed,
And they should
and it's
be
very
believed.
difficult for them to do it.
Right.
Also, I will tell you, you also wrote that she had consensual sex with him years ago.
She was dating him.
The fact that someone dates people or has had consensual sex with them previously does not mean that they cannot be raped. Married women can be raped. Sex workers can be raped.
Of course.
And that is often, because I've handled some
you
of
and
those
I are in
cases.
agreement here.
Well, we're not.
No,
because I
actually,
want to know why you would post that and accuse her of rape for politics.
Well, I would like to know why you wouldn't put up my actual post.
We're going to do it.
Okay, great.
We're getting
Here we
it.
go.
Because I wasn't accusing
Here we go.
her.
Your
Yeah.
exact quote, was, if you are raped or sexually assaulted, report it immediately. Don't wait for years later until the man runs for office to go to news outlets to tell your story. And if you had consensual sex with him years ago, don't turn it into rape for politics with conflicting stories.
Those are three.
Is that correct?
No, those are three separate pieces of it.
I do
three
wanna-
separate.
I do wanna get to
That's
it.
That's not.
So
all,
can you answer my question? Why did you post that?
Absolutely. I posted that because I support.
Oh my gosh, bro. Feast on here, man. They're eating her up. Why do you go on here, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Why do you do this? Why do you embarrass yourself, bro? This is the reason why Trump didn't endorse you, bro. This is the reason why. It's because you're soft. You wanna be hard, right? But you also wanna walk on eggshells when it's convenient. It's like you can't have it both ways, right? You can't. And Sonny is actually, I'm not gonna lie, Sonny is spot on with your hypocrisy. That you support rape victims, but then you can't support a woman that is using this as a political statement to tank another man's political career. She has somewhat of a point, and I really don't want to give Sonny that because Sonny is in insane. She is probably the most insane person. Close to, she's way more insane than Joy. It goes Sunny, Joy, and then Whoopi. And then the rest, well, I might even put fucking Anna Navarro next to Sunny, but I would put her below Whoopi though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, why do you do this to yourself, bro? It's embarrassing, bro.
Women who have been raped or sexually assaulted, and I want them to have justice.
But not if they've had consensual sex before.
Then secondly, don't wait until they're running for office. We need to know early on.
She was warning the public.
I was warning the public.
No, but this woman is warning the public.
I'm saying the public needs to be warned because rapists need to be convicted.
I do want to ask
you
about...
It's the woman's fault.
No, Sonny, it's not the woman's fault. Not at all.
Congresswoman, I want to ask you about another...
Just like it's not Americans with flags in front of their house's fault, and it should not be offensive.
Congresswoman, I do want to ask you about another post that you tweeted yesterday that you kept up. You seem to imply that AIPAC might be involved with the latest allegations of sexual assault by Graham Platner.
Well,
criticism of AIPAC is
the
American Israel Public Affairs Committee.
Okay.
Well, criticism of AIPAC is perfectly legitimate political discourse. Do you not understand that this plays into anti-Semitic tropes about Jews controlling things, about Jews and money and power and politics? What do you even mean by that?
Well, what I mean by that is it's unfortunate that rich donors that put Israel first are playing in American politics.
Well,
just like my friend
is American
Thomas Massey.
donors, to be clear. It's Americans who care about the U.S.
No. They care about Israel first. Israel's committing genocide.
You do know that under federal law, only American citizens can contribute to AIPAC.
Let me tell you the future of this country is Americans are sick and tired of funding Israel's genocidal wars that are killing children.
Millions of Americans,
in Gaza,
including me, support Israel, for the record. That may be your position.
I don't support the government of Israel. I support people. And I support Americans, and I support our tax dollars being used for our purposes.
Do you see how this
However, AIPAC took out one of my good friends, Thomas Massey. Okay, and Thomas Massey worked for his district.
Thomas Massey lost because Donald Trump endorsed against Thomas Massey.
Thomas Massey
you're going
lost
to blame
because Miriam
now?
Adelson.
Because it feels like blaming the Jews. It feels like you're blaming the Jews.
No, I'm blaming donors that put Israel first over America.
Oh my gosh, man. And look, I'm not even gonna sit here and say I disagree with Marjorie Taylor Greene like 100% because like I said, I'm not in favor of 100% of Israel either. I support the people for sure. I support the land. I support what it means historically, right? To our culture and to our, to our heritage. But at the same time too, to blame everything on a single organization for why you're losing why certain GOP candidates are losing their seats is kind of laughable because it's not just because of that. It's because the allegations are so strong, which I'm talking about Graham Platner now. The allegations are so strong that it's kind of like if you're still in line with this, you're crazy. You're a crazy person, right? You have to be. Now Thomas Massey, I think he's a good politician. I think he's a good guy. I think he totes the conservative libertarian mindset for sure. And the only thing that I disagree with him is I'm not 100% sure if it was him, but I'm pretty sure he was the one who colluded with Ro Khanna to do the Epstein files release things. And we all know that was just another political witch hunt to get the president. It was politically motivated. You know what I'm saying? And Democrats seized the opportunity to flip this on Trump to make it a score on Trump because his name's in there, even though he's not been found guilty of anything criminally wrong in that. If anything, there's more stuff with Democrats involved than it is with Trump being involved. It's hilarious that, I'm saying, the media is melting down over the situation and they're trying to bring on Marjorie Taylor Greene to talk some sense into the whole situation. But like I said, she just gets on here and she just embarrasses herself, man. And that's partial the reason why Trump was like, nah, I'm good off her, bro. She's done good for us, right? She's done good for the GOP. We appreciate her service. But I think your time here is done. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below, whether or not this was an L or W. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.